Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Everything here is Airsoft. I am right now going to start the build on this, the Maruyama MP9. Literally just got it this morning and did the unboxing video. So if you've watched that, you've kind of seen my reaction to it. I did a little bit of comparison to, hold on a second. I did a little bit of comparison to it for the, oh, this is weird. Okay, I put this back together and it seems like the actual, this pin is not coming up. So I did a little practice just taking it apart. So we're going to take it apart in a second because I am going to be starting the build on this. So I basically have got a complete copy of Jaeger Precision's video. I was messaging with him like, have you ordered the new trigger, etc. He was like, yes, I have. And then I watched a video of him trying to install it. So I've got a bit of a warning on this one. Basically from his video, if you haven't watched it, go and watch in the link below. But this is the flared Magwell, so I definitely wanted to put that on here, so I'm going to be putting that on first. He said this was great, or that went well in his video. I also have the charging handle, which he said was not good because the actual like resistance is worse than this one, the one that's on there. This is a metal charging handle, and I was hoping that this would make it a lot cooler and better. So we'll see on that one. And then I've also got this flat trigger. I'm a big fan of flat triggers, but when he installed his, it was sticky. And so we're going to see how this goes, but I'm not exactly super excited. Other thing I'm going to do is suppressor right here. I've actually worked out how I can put a tracer unit in it. So we're going to do that. And then I'm also going to put a EOTech on the top of it. I haven't worked out what I'm going to do with this in terms of the the flashlight laser combo. What is kind of annoying on this one is that the rail on the side runs so high that my usual like little Vitar2 compact things that I love to run, I think that's gonna have an issue where it's gonna kind of like the overhang here is gonna get in its way. I could take off this side rail, which might be what I end up doing. But that's just something I'm thinking about now. I'm like, is it actually? And then also you've kind of got these edges here. So I'm kind of a little bit concerned that that might be a problem that we're going to have. Anyway, so what we're going to do is start off. I'm going to show you it as it is. That's kind of how it is right now. I am going to, we'll finish up with the tracer and the externals. We're going to do the internals first. I'll put you in my special mode here. Looking at the fire. Can we just do, there we go. Let's see if I can give you a little bit of a look down on what I'm doing. So then hopefully you get a bit more of an intro. So I'm in the corner right here, and then up that way, you can hopefully see what I'm doing. So let me know if you like this view, guys. We've kind of played around with how we're going to do this setup. But this is a little bit of a finicky one, I think, to kind of get undone. It's almost like there's a button at the back here. I then almost want to push this button, as I'm saying that, I want to push this in. As I kind of like push this back button in, I can lift this up here. This one, if I push it, there we go. So that wasn't actually too hard. That was actually really easy. That just came straight off. So that's that upper. I don't think we have to do anything with this in this video, but you can see the nozzle here. You can see the recoil spring. In fact, we do need to do something with this, which is to change the charging handle. So let's start with that. So I'm going to have to remove this recoil rod with the recoil spring. So we'll take that out. We'll pull the bolt through this way. And I'm just going to remove this guy here. We're then going to take our new one, which has some lovely tape on it from Action. Airsoft Pro Act. I don't know why they actually orange tip these bits, because I don't think they need to. I suppose it's better safe than sorry kind of thing. But basically what Jaeger was saying in his video is this bit here, where it's got this lovely indent, there is no actual like little ball or anything like that on the inside to have it attached to. So it's like the most pointless thing other than just doing some kind of resistance. We need to situate this. Okay, so that's there. But yeah, it's the same thing. There's no real... I mean, let's see how much this pushes it in. If this holds it in place, then maybe it works, but I'm very much in agreement with him where I'm like, how have they not put some kind of indent there if that's what they're trying to do? So now, I think it's better. Oh, now I've just lost the actual... I just ended up losing that. So I've got to kind of keep that held in place. I think it's better, i.e. like, I don't know. It's not better, is it? All right, well, that's what it is for now. I think he was saying he's going to like drill the inside of here on the other side. I mean, you could probably just put a drill straight the way through down there and then just be able to see it. But it's, yeah, it's just a bit disappointing, really. I think it does look a bit better. So that's one thing to kind of look on the positives side of. But I'll put this over to one side because we don't need that for now. Now what I'm going to do is get, we don't need that either, the plastic one. Now what I'm going to do is get the trigger done. And I think this is going to be the tricky bit. So I think I just need to remove this pin, this screw there. So we're going to need a screwdriver. So just a small head, I think. And then I think this block comes off. I'm really hoping, you know, not like, it sounds really bad, but I'm really hoping he got a bad one. And my one's going to just kind of slide in. But it looked like he was like having issues with it actually sitting in. I didn't finish the video because I don't want to ruin it for myself. But from as far as I saw through that video, it basically seemed like his trigger, which is made by Maruyama, just wouldn't sit properly in that location. Okay, so that's how that works. I'm going to need to remove this spring. So that spring sits like that. Let's remember that. Then what I'm going to do is take this trigger out, and the trigger bar, I think we can just wiggle that out. Okay, so that's there. Now we just need to grab this, and all I want this to do is just sit right nice in there. And if it can just sit nicely in there, everyone's going to be happy. Because I love a flat trigger. Okay, so that is there now. It's on the trigger bar, but it's not sitting down. Into the piece, and I don't know why. It's where I need to go back and look at the video and just see where. Sorry, I'm blocking you guys out slightly here. I'm gonna put it up like that. It's definitely the right way. Just trying to work out. It's almost like this trigger bar will go backwards and forwards. What I need it to do is go down. And it's holding up. Oh, hold on. Is it because the full auto was on? Oh, there we go. So I just flicked it. I think it was just resting on this little ridge here. But I flicked that into place. And that now seems like that's going to work. Okay, so I'm now going to put this spring back in. And this could be the harder bit. I hate springs, as many of you may be aware. And it flew off, but I saw where it went. That was very, very lucky because that flew off. It's a bigger spring. So I kind of hope that that means I wouldn't lose it as easily. But I have got a lot of stuff in here right now. Don't really know why that sprung off either. Okay, so let's put this guy back on. Right there. I feel like that spring, though, isn't really held in place. It's not like that's just going to stay there from me putting this block in. It's almost like that thing could fly off at any moment. And it's about to there. Why is that not more secure? I got it the wrong way. It's the same thickness. Okay, we'll just leave it like that and we'll see. Don't want to over tighten this just in case. But we'll put it down nice. Okay, that's tight. Right. Okay, so this is stuck. I just shot that spring off. So that is stuck, and I should have tested that before putting this back in. I don't know why. Okay, right. The spring's there, guys, so we're okay. But I think looking at it, I'm going to have the same issue that Jaeger's had. Unless we're both putting it in the wrong way. This is where I should have watched the rest of his video and then seen what he ended up doing. But I'm pretty sure he took a file to it. Okay, so that comes out. That's fine. Why is this not? Oh, so that needs to go there. That's fine. So why is it not? Okay, so if I close this up with this over here, like far back. Sorry, wrong way. There's also another spring there that I need to be careful about. Okay, so that's working there. Okay, so I'm just gonna right now put this down, and then I'm gonna put the spring on afterwards. We're gonna see if that could work. Maybe I just don't want to tighten it too much. Okay, so it's almost like that needs to be there, which is fine. Okay, so now if I put the spring on it, I'm just going to tighten this slightly more. See if that affects it. Feels like there is like less travel. Okay, now let's see if I can get this spring working. Right, so here's the spring, and it should just sit here to here. Okay, mine's working. I think we'll see. I don't really want to cock the hammer just in case, so I'm going to leave that like that. We're going to try and put this back together now. I'll go back to seeing you guys. Okay, so I think if you're looking at it now, it seems like it's a lot less trigger pull. Maybe I'm just imagining it, but it feels to me like it's less. Okay, so this guy goes down. So we're going to put this back here. I'm not going to do that. We're going to slide. I'm going to put this here. I don't know why that is going to... Why is that not biting back there now? There we go. Okay. So that feels like that should go there. It's not going fully down though. See here. Okay, so that's now down. This is now down, but this piece isn't clicking back up, and I think that is an issue. Yeah, this guy should be clicking back up, and I don't know why it's not. So that's adjusting the bolt there. See, it's holding in place, but it's just not, there's no place for it to fully, I just don't know why this is now not sitting correctly. We can't have it like that either. I would be like, oh, it doesn't really matter, it's functioning. But really what's the issue is that I need the stock to go in. Okay. For some reason this isn't aligned. Okay, I see. Okay, so the issue we have is if you see here, there's like an inner barrel right there. There's like almost like a button on the inner barrel. That aligns this. So that's how you need to push that in. As I say it. That should be how we need to get that in to get that thing to sit fully up. So we'll go in again. That's not right. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that's sitting there nicely. This is going to go here. I'm going to push that forward. This is very finicky, this thing. Definitely don't like it. That should be condensing in there. What is wrong with this now? Okay. I'll take it off again. That's all in there fine. This is in here fine. So it's basically just pulling this interior piece through. I'm sure many of you are shouting at me right now, like, what are you doing? You need to do this, you need to do that. But it just doesn't feel like it's fully... It's something caught at the back. I don't really want to force it. Bolt's just not sitting right. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? That's sitting there fine. This is in. That's forward there. Put this guy in place. He's there. That's going in, and then this won't, or it will. There we go. Okay, please tell me that's now together. No. No, because it's not sitting here. However, if I do this, we feed that up. There we go. Okay, cool. And that is now working. So it's just such a weird trigger. Look at this. It's got the take up again, but it seems like less, and now it's just kind of gritty. Let's try firing it. Let's see what this is like. This is going to be dry firing. This has got gas in it. Okay, so they've got a bolt hole back. That's annoying. Straight away. If I do this, see if it takes it. Takes it and does hold it in place. And now if I put this down, let's go to full auto. It's actually just very, very stout. Like the trigger is just very... It's going to be slow on semi. It's almost like it's just such a big trigger pull, like a 5-pound brake or something. I have no idea what weight feels like. So individual shots, I think it's going to be great, but Yeah, it's just not great. And then the full auto is really fun, but it's almost like you want to fire it on little bursts like that. That's kind of where I feel like it's going to be. I think it looks a lot cooler. That's one thing to mention. I do think it looks cooler. Maybe I'll try and, I don't know, I'm going to look at like how to kind of play around with that. But I think it does look cool. Okay, we'll move on. But I think I was kind of expecting that not to be great. I'm going to watch the rest of Jaeger's video and we'll see what his opinion is on it and what he's going to do. But to be honest, I think it's pretty much so far like I've got the same results. So if Maruyama see this video, it'd be great to have something. I've got 2 grub screws in here. So I think he only had 1 and he said, oh, you could put it in the front or the back because that was the first thing he did on his video. And I've got a feeling that maybe he was missing one because there is a front grub screw section and a back grub screw section. And like one to go in there and one to go in here. And I think he chose to put it in the back, but I've got a feeling that maybe you're supposed to do both. So I don't know if that's possibly something that's missing from his kit. I think I'm going to need a smaller... No, we're okay. Go with this. It's a weird angle for this this inside one. Might actually just be too... I need a thin screwdriver. This one might be better. Thin, I mean like narrow. Or you need a little hex. Let me just see if I've got one here. This I think is going to be the size. Yeah. So you're going to need an angle and you're going to have to do a lot of these rotations, I think. I'm going to get it to bite in and then I'm going to try and just do a little finger rotation. Then we'll just tighten it at the end. Again, though, I think this is a lot better. From what he was looking at on his, it seemed like the this was the best part in terms of an upgrade part that he had. The other ones were not as good, and I think that's exactly the experience that I'm having. I am excited to try this on the field. I just don't know whether I should just go back to the stock trigger now. And then try and struggle to put this thing back together again. Really just don't like, it's almost like there's like 3 things you have to push at the same time. This is annoying as well. This is so annoying. I'm like able to half rotate it per turn. Then I have to take it out and then do it again until it gets tight. Need a bendy hex key. Okay, we'll leave it like that one, and then we're going to do the other one, which is going to be for the rear, and this should be a lot easier. These ones are also very easy to lose, so like a spring, but if you drop it, it's going to bounce. It's not going to spring off into eternity. Okay, I'm gonna put that in tight, but not too tight. Yeah, I like that a lot. I think that now just gives that extra little. It just feels so good there, the trigger here, and then as soon as I cock it, it's just the. I don't know how to describe it. It's just really ugly. Ugly, ugly. Okay, so we've done that, we've done that, we've done that. Charging handle. Charging handle I do think is better. I do prefer it. But again, yeah, it's just got that pointless give in it. There's like no clasp at all. Okay, so that's going to be that. What else are we going to do? Right, now I'm going to show you guys quickly. I'm going to do it with actually the only tracer that I've got, which is available right now. So this is this EMG Strike Industries one. I was using it actually last night on my Cat KS1 just because I didn't have another suppressor around that would work. But basically this just has a Blaster M in it. I don't think I would run it like this. I would just try and get a Blaster unit with or something from EOTech or eShooter which has a thread just in it, because the weight of this is completely unnecessary. But inside here on the base is a 14mm counterclockwise thread. So I'm now just threading. The one thing also though is if you have something that's longer, i.e. something like this or a longer module, it's going to get flashed closer to the end and it's going to be easier to undo and to do up, because now that is in there attached on that 14mm, so it's aligned, it's not going to be an issue, but the weight is very unnecessary. I think this is good. This is now quite a heavy can, which realism wise might be nice, but it's definitely not as, just undo this. Right. It's not as nice in terms of just like how lightweight it is, but now I have tracer functionality in this straight away. It's very similar actually to my MP5 SD6, my Tokyo Marui NGRS one, where they've done that inside the suppressor. And I think that's great. Just having internal threads seems so much better than just having like a free floating nodule, whatever, that you have to put a spring in to have tension on. It's annoying. Just put some threads inside these and then we're all good. That's my like tip for the day to anyone who's building those. Okay, so that's what that's going to have. Then finally what we're going to do is a sight on this. Now, I actually need to loosen this, I think, because I had it previously on my KWA MP9, and the rail on it just does not seem to fit this for some reason. I don't know if it's just that or if this rail is just super wide. This is a repro, it's not a real. So that's the only thing I'm thinking is okay, there we go. So maybe I just needed to extend that fully. But this now, that actually isn't bad. I was going to put maybe a riser on it, but I actually don't think I need it. I can put my head up to like here and I can still see that. So I'm going to move that back slightly. The annoying thing, which I think some people have noted, is that the hop-up adjustment is right there. So it's not exactly ideal for positioning that. But this actually, it's amazing how much worse this EOTech is than a real one. It's obviously a lot less money though, so that probably makes a big difference. That's kind of what this now is going to look like. I think that's pretty good for now. We'll leave that there. I'm just going to tighten this up because I loosened it and it's not going to be fully tight on the rail. Yeah, that's solid now. Okay, so that is now what this MP9 is going to look like with a mag in it. Which I think does look very, very cool. It's now obviously got tracer, it's got a better trigger in it, it's got a flared Magwell, it's got a better charging handle on it, it's now got an EOTech on the top, repro. So all I think I really need to do now is to get some kind of flashlight on here. You can obviously mount something under here if you want to on the suppressor, or you can mount something on here. I don't like how it will look if it's on the suppressor. I don't think, but I do actually kind of like the idea of if I'm taking the suppressor off and getting rid of the tracer unit, then I get rid of the flashlight because I'm probably not going to need either of those. And then I can just run it kind of like that. And it is, there's a little bit of wobble to it. It's pretty solid, but there is a tiny amount of movement. So maybe I can get something which is just like a little underslung here, but I know it's not going to look as cool. So is it form or function? That's the big question. Otherwise, maybe I get something that mounts on the side here with a pressure pad on the actual foregrip. That'd probably be my pick. But I will leave you guys until the next video and we can decide what that is. I have to say, I really love this little foregrip. Like how it's pinched here, is just really, really comfortable. So I'm very, very excited to play with this and just see how this thing ends up in the end. Let's just hope this trigger kind of gets sorted in some way. It's so annoying because it does feel really light and nice now with that flat edge to it. I just need to work it out. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, stick them down in the comments below. As I said, a lot of this was, again, Jaeger-inspired stuff because I basically bought the same gun as him and then got the same... I literally keep seeing his videos of what I'm about to make, and then I'm like making the same thing. So I don't want to seem like I'm copying what he's doing. So go and give him some love if you're watching my stuff and not his. Link will be down in the description below, and I will see you guys very soon on the next video. Let me know what you want to see next on this. Goodbye.